the fastest and easiest way to get your first high-paying SMA client? It may not be what you think it is right now. So in this video, I'm gonna cover the aspects of it, what you need to do, what you need to set up, and also the mindset wise as well in order to get your first high-paying SMA client. I was in your shoes before. I was struggling to get my first client, but if you've followed my channel, I literally did a live recording of from cold call to close of me actually booking my first $1,200 deal, which is an awesome win. But this video, I'm gonna cover, what I had to set up, the mindset I needed to have, and what I had to do to actually reach that point to get that first client. So let's get right into it. So if you don't know me already, my name is Aaron Bogle and I run an SMA agency doing Facebook ads for local businesses at this time. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video to join me on this journey of building, to a 6-figure SMA agency. And also while you're at it, be sure to join my group, my SMA Client Acquisition Tips, Tricks, and Accountability. You may be wondering, oh, why should I join this group? That's because people get value from this group. So one example is from my boy Everett. He says this is a really great group. Started watching my videos 3 days ago. He got my script, which I only give to my group members, the other day, and he had a meeting that morning, and he got his first deal. He doesn't take no for an answer. He vouches for me. I can say this guy is great. If anyone's curious, he's legit. He said thank you so much. So I love doing that. I love helping out you guys and you guys grow alongside with me. So if you want access to the group, be sure to click on the link in the description below, and then you get access to this group where I post information about how to get SMA clients, some video content early. So I posted my discovery call here way earlier than that I did on YouTube as well. So you get some content early, and also you get access to my cold calling, my cold emailing scripts. So be sure to do that after you watch this video, so you know exactly what you need to have mindset wise and assets you have to build in order to get your first SMA client. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go over the mindset of getting your first SMA client. I don't want to go too much in detail with this because I can go on and on and on about it, to be honest, because it's that important. Like, honestly, mindset is the #1 thing you really need in order to get your first client. So if you do want me to make a video about that, be sure to tell me in the comments below. Just say yes or just say mindset in the comments, and I'll be happy to make a video about, more diving into the mindset of getting not only your first SMA client, but, SMA clients down the road as well. But overall, mindset wise, you need to stop chasing after the money, because it's called the law of neediness, I guess. But it's like the more you need something, the less likely you are to actually get it. So when I first started, I was attracted to the money. I'll be honest. I just wanted to make that, $1,500 or like $3,000 a month, because I was a broke college kid at the time. When I was focused on just the money, I was looking for shortcuts, and B, I honestly I wasn't really like putting in the work for it as well. So that was also just like my motivation wasn't that high, and I just wanted the money and I just wanted the results. So I tried to look for, what's the shortcut. So, I bought some courses that, may not have been as good. I was still broke by the end of doing all this, but I was in college at the time. So I got my degree, I got a job, so to get some money, and I stopped focusing on the money and I started to focus on the process of actually building a good agency and actually how to get clients and all that fun stuff. And I stopped focusing on the money. I started to be more invested in the progress, and lo and behold, when I was invested in the progress, I was able to get my first client a lot faster than I thought so. So if you're just in this for the money right now, read some books, meditate, do what you need to do to change your mindset to, stop being focused on getting the money. And if if you're just focused on the money right now just because you're broke, just get a job. Like, even though now this economic situation is kind of hard, but don't be afraid just to get a job and, get some money so you can stop worrying about money, so you can start focusing on the progress. The second thing is getting SMA clients is all about sales. Marketing and sales are completely two different things. So you need to have the right sales mindset, and you need to know how to, build authority. Actually, just be a salesperson when it comes to getting clients. You don't have to be an expert salesperson. You don't have to be like, huge multi-million dollar deals levels, but you need to know enough about sales to, okay, that your product, which in your case is Facebook ads, your product is the bridge to get the business owner to where they want to be. And I can go more in detail in another video that talks about sales. Actually, I'm going to plan on doing that. But the reason why you're having a hard time getting your first client is because you just simply don't understand sales. And the third thing is you need to stop looking for shortcuts. I kind of touched on this before, but the more you look for shortcuts, you're not going to get your first client at all. Because I was looking for, okay, what's that magic pill? What's that shortcut that I need in order to get my first SMMA client? That's what these ads do. Like, there are lots of Facebook ads that say, oh, get your first client without cold calling or cold emailing. And I'd fall for those ads, and then it ends up just being, it's a lot more work to do what they're suggesting than just dialing the phone and picking up and just cold calling the business as well. And along those lines, you need to be able to do the things that most people are not willing to do. So a prime example of this is cold calling, because everyone hates cold calling no matter what. Everyone hates it, even though it works very well if you know how to do it right. Most people who hate cold calling just don't know how to cold call, and they do it wrong. They have a bad script, unlike my script, which actually works. Shameless plug. But anyway, if you don't have a good script, or if you're too scared of rejection, which is completely fine. It's human nature to be scared of rejection. You need to read some books, meditate, pump yourself up, do something so you can get over that fear of rejection, because that fear of rejection is keeping you along with the other 99% of other digital marketers who are struggling to find their first client as well. If you swallow your pride, which is what I did. I swallowed my pride. I stopped looking for shortcuts. I'm like, you know what? After reading a bunch of sales books as well, cold calling is the best way to get clients. And once I did that, $1,200 deal live. So do the things that, if they're saying get clients without cold calling, you should be cold calling. Because another thing along those lines is that while everyone's doing what they're suggesting, which is most likely just LinkedIn, social media posting on groups and all that fun stuff, which, don't get me wrong, it can work. But while you're posting content, while you're creating value, I'm going out there and I'm giving value. And instead of just waiting, hoping and praying that, with all this posting that the clients are going to come to me, I'm going out to those clients and I'm determining my own future. I'm determining my own destiny to building my SMMA agency. And because of it, I am getting clients and I'm making money faster than if I just focus on the social media posting. Don't get me wrong, you should still be doing that if you can still do that, but focus on what's gonna give you the most immediate benefit, the fastest, which is cold calling. Which even though I said don't focus on a shortcut, cold calling really is kind of the shortcut. It's surprising. That's simply because no one else wants to do it. So if you do the things that no one else is doing, you're going to see some success with it if you stick through it. Don't just make one cold call, the guy says no, and then you cry, and then you be like, I'm going to, message people on LinkedIn. Because, I've tried that all before. Cold messaging, cold emailing, I've tried doing all that. Cold calling was the best and the fastest way, in my opinion. If you have any other opinions, that's your opinion. Maybe you have gotten clients cold messaging or LinkedIn messaging, whatever. But the fastest way is through cold calling. I'm sticking to it. But anyway, so that's the mindset portion of this video. So let's get into the practical session. So what did I have to set up in order to actually get my first client? And this also works. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but this works if you don't have any experience at all. Or, maybe you've had a couple low ticket clients, but, you've gotten a few testimonials, or you have 0 testimonials. This works as well. So pretty much the first thing I had to decide was, okay, I need to start cold calling. So I just gave my spiel about that. So I'm not going to yap about that anymore. But once I started cold calling and understanding sales, I cold called the business, that you can see. And then I also set up some of the assets that I set up is I actually do have my own website that I send my clients to. And I do have something else called a video sales letter, which is called a VSL. And that stuff is solely there just to build trust and build credibility to my name. So it's kind of like the same way how people say if you post on social media, that builds credibility. Having your own website and having a VSL also builds credibility. And I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail of how to, make a VSL and how to make an SMMA website. If you do want a video like that, be sure to leave a comment or just tell me in my group, or even just send me a message on Facebook as well. Send a message to my page. But pretty much I built a website. It's called Attention Fee Marketing if you want to take a look at it. And I also built a video sales letter, because all that is to build trust. And pretty much after my cold call, I mentioned my website and my VSL. I sent him a link to my website and my VSL to the client, and it's a really good sign if they actually go to your website and they actually view the VSL, because I have something on my phone which notifies me every time I get a new visitor on my website, or every time I get a new someone who views my VSL. And most of the time, a lot of the time, even when you set appointments and you send them that information, people aren't going to view it because, they get too busy, or, maybe they're just truly not interested. But it was a good sign that, he actually visited my website and watched my VSL. I don't know if he watched the whole entire thing, but he at least clicked on the link and clicked to play my VSL. And this is really good, because this shows that the person is interested. At the very least, if he's exploring who you are, and and if he's exploring, he's seeing what you do, he's spending more time with you, that builds trust. And honestly, he never asked me about, testimonials and all that stuff, because my VSL, since it's structured very well, it makes me seem like I am the tool that's going to get him to where he wants to be. And also my website also explains that as well. And I pretty much exacerbate the benefit that these business owners want. I mean, I highlight the problems, but I exacerbate the benefits, not the features. I don't say I do. I mean, I do say I do Facebook ads and digital marketing, but I don't make that, the big picture. My big picture is, here are the benefits you can have if you work with me, which in my case, you can get the phone ringing for the most part, because the local businesses that I work with want calls for the most part, right? So I set up my website, my VSL, and then I also have a discovery call script, which I haven't released to the public yet. I'm working on it to make it even better. And once I went through the discovery call, I had to send a proposal, and I just had to send him a proposal for the most part, right? And I know some people would give like a proposal presentation. In this case, he was already pretty much sold on the proposal. So pretty much the closing is pretty much I sent him the proposal. The proposal is everything that we discussed on the discovery call. And with that, I was able to send him a proposal which says, okay, you wanted this, this, and this according to the discovery call. Here's how I'm going to get you this, this, and this. And this is going to be controversial right here, what I'm about to tell you. A lot of people say never make guarantees because you don't want to get the client too excited, or you want to set boundaries with the client. But if this is your first client, you have to set guarantees. You have to make the client feel that it is no risk working with you. And why is that? Because if you have zero testimonials and zero case studies and whatever, and the client, decides to work with you, they are taking the whole entire risk, working with you. And they've already taken a huge risk being in business, opening up, if they're a brick and mortar store, especially now, what's happening with everything. If they're a brick and mortar store, then it's a huge risk to, buy and rent out the property, hire employees, etc., etc. So if you show that you are willing to take a risk, by offering, a money back guarantee, then, the business owner knows that you're serious. And honestly, if you're confident in your skills, which you really should be, then you shouldn't have to worry. You should be like, okay, you have a money back guarantee, but I promise you that I'm going to get you those results, that you're not going to even need this. But, in the rare 0.001% thing, like fact that it does happen, you have this guarantee, so you'll get your money back. So that lets the business owner feel safe. So during my call, before I was able to record the last part of the closing call, he asked me, are you sure you can do this? And I said, I 100% guarantee I can at least get you X amount of leads for the most part. And also how I phrase it as well is, if you want to do a pay per lead structure, which I really highly recommend, because they only pay for the results, you can still charge them upfront. So what I did was, for the digital marketing portion, I also do reputation management as well. For each lead is $100 but I need a 10 lead minimum up front, and then every other lead that I get you is free of charge. And then this is great because this gives you the chance to give them like under promise and over deliver. So like say, oh yeah, I can at least get you 10 leads, and then you over deliver, you get them 20 leads. They're going to be a lot more likely to stay with you, and then he's going to want to pay me more. If I was like, okay, I can do Facebook ads for you, I can also do Google ads for you as well, and then that's more money that I can make right there. So pretty much I did a pay per lead type of structure, but he was able to pay me up front. I asked for the payment up front, and then I said a results-based guarantee, saying that for every lead I don't get you, I give you the money back. So for example, if I only got him 9 leads and I promised him 10, I would give him back $100 from that. But so far with the Facebook ads, they're going pretty well right now. So I'm not gonna have to give him back the money because I've already got him a good amount of leads so far. Fulfill that results-based guarantee for the most part. So yeah, once we did that, he was excited. I sent him the proposal. If you're wondering the software I use something called Hello Bonsai to send the proposal. And then once I sent him the proposal and we talked about it over the phone, he was like, yep, I'm ready to go. I sent him the contract, which I also made using the software Hello Bonsai. It was just a very generic contract with stuff I put in here and there. If you want me to make a video about that, about what you should have in a contract, also let me know in the comments below. But what I also did was to build even more trust, even though I didn't really need to at this point, because he already said that he was going to send the payment and all that fun stuff. I did a walkthrough video, a video that's just like this one, that walked through the entire contract, just so that he feels more comfortable that, there's not that one sentence that's like, oh, I'm gonna rip you off or something like that, right? So that's how I was able to get my first client without any real case studies or any real testimonials. The assets I set in place was I had a website and a video sales letter. And if you do those things right, the client's not going to be asking, who have you worked with before? They're going to be saying, oh my God, this guy can actually get me results. They're going to get excited. They're going to get pumped up. And then if you do the discovery call well, and you are nice, courteous, you have a good sales mindset, then boom, they're gonna become clients faster than you know it. That's just my path. Your path can be very, very different. Maybe, you were walking along the street, maybe you went to a networking event, you were able to get your first client through there. There are many different ways to get your first client, but that's just my way. Use this information and take action. That's another thing that you need to do with the mindset wise. You need to take action, but that's very self-explanatory as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you want more videos that are like this, where I just talk and just, this is very unscripted, by the way. Well, all my videos kind of are, but where I just talk and just give you advice and, tell you what I had to go through. Feel free to let me know in my group below, post in my group, send me a message on Facebook. And yeah, I gotta accept more membership requests now. So like I was saying before, I recorded everything live from cold call to close with my first SMA client. If you haven't seen that already, be sure to click on the video up there. If you've seen that already, click on the video that's directly to where I'm pointing, because that's to see another one of my videos that's definitely value packed and it's gonna help you get clients. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. I'll see you guys in the next video.